So we were talking. Hello, Tiziana, and I don't know your surname. I just know you're
Coste, C-O-S-T-E.
C-O-S-T-E. Thank you for agreeing to have a little chat. It's been a while since I've done these Watch on Wednesdays. It's not Wednesday, but I'll post it when we feel ready to post it. But it's really great to chat with you, because the last time I messaged you, you were saying that you were starting to do more music. And I remember you talking about doing quite a lot of different artistic things. And then anyway, we were having a chat, we were having breakfast just a minute ago, and I thought, oh no, we need to just start, because we'll just say it all over breakfast and then it will be finished and we won't have recorded anything. And you said that you started your life as an architect. So what has brought about, I remember you saying just a minute ago, but what has brought about this change?
Just learned everything.
What have you, well, we didn't speak too much deliberately because we wanted to chat. So what has brought about this change in you, that you've now decided that you really want to focus on musical, more creative things even more?
Okay, hi, and thank you for the opportunity, Anna. It's a pleasure to be with you in your fantastic community. Okay, so I'm an architect by profession, and when I was about 40, I had a crisis of the 40s. And so I understood that I couldn't continue my life only being an architect, because there was a lot of multidisciplinary kind of mindset. I used to play bass guitar because of John Taylor.
Oh, you did?
Shall I say that? Yeah. And I studied fashion and photography and so on. Then when I decided that I wanted to do something different, I didn't know what exactly it was. But the phenomenon of the music appeared to me like about 10 years ago. One night I remember that I had new music in my head, the melodies coming through my head, and this phenomenon has been there for 10 years. So I have zillions of vocal notes for me to remember what I've been, the new melodies. And only recently, I set up like a little recording studio in my place, my hometown, because I came back to my hometown after a long time in London.
Yes.
And so I have the second song, kind of. So I wrote the music, I had the melody, and a friend, the producer, the real musician, helped me to do the old structure. And I did the lyrics. It was a blast doing the lyrics for the first time. Because I'm an architect, I can compose everything.
That's the copy machine.
Yeah, so there's a copy machine. There's a very like a realistic moment. Yeah. So the first time I wrote a lyric, and I just studied on Wikipedia, so all the structures, A, B, C, and all this kind of stuff. And when I started to write, and it was like a psychological, therapy kind of thing, because you start writing and you remember an episode of your life and how this episode can become lyric. And so I have been composing and writing so many things, because I've been performing, so I've been writing shows, and I'm an architect, so I can compose this kind of stuff. But writing lyrics, it's like a different dimension.
It's different again, isn't it?
Yeah, what do you think?
It can be absolutely. It can be very interesting what comes up, because you might start writing about something and that you think is going to feel really interesting for you, and then it can take you somewhere completely different. And you can also learn quite a lot about yourself, or all sorts of things, but also what you're interested in the world. Was it more of a self-discovery, your lyrics? I don't know how much you want to talk about your particular single. Is this the particular single that you're going to release?
I think it might be the first one. I still don't know, because I have a plan. I have the title for the album. It sounds crazy because I'm 54. No,
it's not crazy.
And
express yourself at all ages in your life. That's the whole point.
Yeah, I became a model at age 45, so I can become a singer. 55, 54.
Absolutely, you can. In this day and age, you can do what you like when you like. That is the freedom, I think, of one of the freedoms I think about this explosion of social media, is that you have the opportunity to express yourself and to promote yourself and to do a lot of things independently, which is what this group is about. Different artists supporting each other to do exactly that, to express their creative side at a time of their life that they feel ready to do it, whatever age that is.
I agree completely, because the online is a revolution. You don't need somebody else to promote your stuff. You can do anything by yourself.
Yeah, it's liberating.
It's liberating. Yeah, I agree.
Yeah. So what about the subject matter of your song? Or what's happening?
With the
Okay,
yeah, better.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the subject matter of the first one.
Yeah, or
I think
anything.
I think this one is I think is a specific moment of my life when I decided that I want to. I had to leave my. I was in a relationship with a guy, and it was time for us to finish the relationship because I wanted to evolve. I wanted to, for example, live abroad. And when we left the thing, I started to travel. That was my first year in. I did in Barcelona 1 year.
Oh.
It was the first time for me to live somewhere else than my hometown. In
Oh, you
Sicily.
lived there?
Yeah, I lived there for about 9 months.
Oh.
It was the beginning. Then I did Milano, Roma, London, whatever. But yes, it was the crucial moment when you understand that the couple is finished. And if you stay with them, you don't fulfill your own vision or your own being in a way.
Neither of you do.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
Because yes, and so that was the nugget. That's the center of your lyric. And how did that? Because the thing about writing lyrics, of course, is well, I guess with whether you're doing pop music, but there are different structures.
Yeah.
So how did you find the crafting of your lyrics in the particular structure, in the song structure?
Okay.
Or did you just let everything come out first and then?
Well, the thing is, I started with this producer musician because he said to me, because I've been talking to him, I have all this music in my head, I don't know how to make it something, songs. And we started to do the music first. Okay, I had the melody in mind. The melody I had the principle. The first one was the chorus. We understood afterwards, and then there was the structure, and then he did the instrumental thing. And I say, okay, next time we meet, we need to have the lyrics. Okay, I said, okay. Never done in my life. So it was I remember it was a Sunday afternoon. I said, okay, this is the lyric, this is the sound, this is okay, writing, and then I got the thread. A kind of very bizarre, situation because I never done anything like this. And so I remember I had the vision of that moment when the relationship was at his eyes, but at the same time there was need to stop for me to evolve, and then to started from that episode. Then it became, the whole lyrics of the story inside the song. It's a very new thing for me. I've done it before.
Well, this is what's so brilliant, isn't it, about making a decision and really just having that leap of faith and the courage really to do what you want. That's
exactly.
I haven't heard the track yet, but of course I'm really fascinated. I can't wait to hear it. But it's just as important to get to reach that point when you're wanting to do something creative. And there can be quite a lot of, it can take courage, I think, with anybody at any stage of their life. And I don't know if you ever get to a place where you want it to feel totally satisfied. I can remember David Bowie. He's interviewed. It's come up on Instagram a few times. He says when an artist is in a slightly out of their comfort zone, that is when they're going to do their best work. And I think that from the beginning of your process to being an artist, that's always going to be the case because you're not familiar with it. But it's a nice thing to remember anyway as you go through your life as an artist or doing creative things, to always to never think that you've got to play safe. To do what you want really, but also it was a great reminder to not fear the fear.
Yeah, I know. It's absolutely everything that's about fear, to fight the fear and to do things despite the fear. Because the fear of not, doing something that has an interest for others, because what we do as artists, say, now I'm in this kind of category. So you express yourself. You don't know if somebody else is going to have a bond or a connection with what you're doing, what you're thinking. That's very risky, because on one side you give a bit of your soul to others, and from the other side you don't know if they are interested in what you're saying.
No.
That's crazy, honestly.
Yeah, I can remember when I first started as well, and I've been working as a musician for ages, and I still haven't got round to writing any more songs for a while, so I do need to do that. But as people know in this group, I'm quite busy doing the Duran stuff, so I
think in Lucca for the Duran.
Yeah, that's where we are right now, in Lucca, in Italy. But yes, that decision to really go for it and to not stay too safe and that does take courage. It takes courage. I commend you for making that decision, because I think in England you were a performance artist as well.
Yes, I was a life model, photographic model, did some cinema, some TV shows. I changed completely my career in the last decade, because I know that the show business, in a way, in the art world was my world, but I was an architect. So I pursued that career until I got the thing that if I don't do the artistic side, I will have regret all my life, and I cannot live with this pain, this sorrow. And I said, okay, no, I need to risk. And life brought me in, the life modeling thing, which is very bizarre, because you can be a model even if you don't have the physique of Naomi Campbell.
Oh yeah, there's lots of different.
Anyone can be accepted in this world.
Life modeling. And people coming into our interview space, how could they? We're in the hotel reception, so it's totally fair enough, really.
And if you do live modeling, so you perform naked in front of the audience.
So when you perform, or are you? When I think of live model, I think of people painting you and drawing you.
Yeah, sure, that's fine. But you pose.
Right, yeah.
And there are a lot of different ways to do it, and I've been doing something like my show with costumes and scenes and protection. Fantastic show. I'd like to talk to some people about this. But anyway, the thing is, if you pose naked in front of audience, of course it's clothed. It takes so much courage, because you expose yourself and your soul too. It's not only the body.
No, of course not.
It's everything is there for them. And if you do this one, it means that it is the highest exposure you can give to yourself, you can give to others.
Absolutely, yeah. I mean, that's not something I've ever done or ever thought of doing, but I don't think it's very difficult to understand that it's going to be very exposing, and take a lot of courage to do that as well. I think
and draining as well.
We may have to do an interview part 2, because we are now joined with by some other people sitting here. Unless we could maybe do it in 2 stages and go and find somewhere that I can see a seat over there.
Yeah, maybe.
Let's have a go. So yes, we've been moving around quite a bit trying to do the second half of this interview, but it's okay. Just want to thank you so much, Tiziana, for actually being able to have the interview, and I'm really excited for all that you're going to be doing. It sounds like the music is going to be really good. When do you think we can expect to hear something?
I know within this year, I think. I like to have the first single release. Still, it says draft. At the moment, there is 2 singles at the moment, but I want to do 10. But maybe I release the first one, and then I don't know how is the thing now. Is you release a single every month kind of thing? Because it's if you have Spotify thing.
Yeah,
usually people do like this.
Well, I haven't released anything for a while, actually. I think there's different ways of doing it. I think if you're just starting out, the most important thing is to actually get the work that you want to release before you start off with. And also, as an independent artist, I think you can monopolize your social media space to build up a loyal following. That's what I would recommend. So you don't have to. Somebody was posting about their stress around Spotify a couple of weeks ago, and I don't pay that much attention to Spotify, because I take issue with the fact that music is free on arrival these days, largely due to Spotify, as well as there's that wasp back again. But I think as an independent artist, I recommend a loyal, engaged audience following. That's a good thing to aim for, and that doesn't have to be millions and millions of people. Doesn't mean to say it can't grow to millions and millions, but it doesn't have to be. But before you even do that, you need to be happy enough with what you're creating.
That's the main thing.
Yeah.
And it's a very bizarre thing for me, because it's the first time I do a single as a songwriter, because I always been a music fan. And
How does that feel?
Oh God, it's fantastic! It's the first time I had a cover band years ago. I was used to play bass guitar.
Oh yeah, you said, right.
And so I had this cover band, and first time we started to do a song together. There were 3 of us. And it was a fabulous emotion. I think it's fabulous. Okay.
Yeah, I just can't hold it like this for very long.
I will tell you when I finish everything, when I will be ready. And of course, to grow in my audience, that's the main goal. Because you need to have a community that is respecting and is supporting you, even spiritually, not only spiritually, but you need to have people that are interested in what you're doing or what you have to say, because if music chose me, maybe there is a reason. There is something that I need to say to the world.
Well, it sounds like a pretty natural progression, because from everything that you've said, you've always done creative things. As an architect, that is very creative as well, of course. And I know it's very exacting because of all the...
It's a mix. It's a mix between creativity and being very precise, very rigorous, and rational.
Oh, here comes the car. Well, we've managed to salvage a bit of an interview, and this is how it is. But yeah, I'm excited for tonight. You're going to come to the gig tonight as well.
Yeah,
we're having this conversation directly opposite the venue, Lucca Summer Festival, which is where we're playing tonight. So I want to thank you very much, Tiziana, for agreeing to have quite an impromptu alfresco kind of interview. And perhaps you can do another one when your single is released.
Yeah, that's a promise then.
Yeah, absolutely. And whereabouts? And what are your social media? What are you on? Are you just Tiziana on?
Tiziana Coste. You can find me on Instagram, Tiziana Coste Model, and then on every social, TikTok and of course Facebook. Tiziana Coste, Coste, easy. But I think we can write something on the...
Yeah, we'll write it, but it's still good to just to announce it as well. Why not?
Yeah, of course.
Because you want
and I have a YouTube channel too.
Oh, you do? What's that?
Tiziana Coste is the same.
Okay.
And where I have some content about Duran Duran, guys. It's something like a tribute to their 40th. And Simon watched it for the first time. He was one of the first ones who watched it.
Oh, wonderful. And you said you've interviewed Simon back in the day. I
interviewed Simon, and we sang together, Shuffle.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Oh, wonderful.
At the unison.
Where is the interview?
I will send you the link.
Yeah, send us the link, and and I'll post that in the group as well.
Yeah, do it.
Yeah. Okay. Well, before my arm dies, thank you so much, and we'll chat again when your single is released.
And thank you for this opportunity.
Oh, it's fun to chat.
I'm a fan of yours.
Yeah, oh, thank you. It's fun to chat, even though it's a little bit unpredictable, but it was
nice.
really
It's
good.
nice. It's very real, very realistic.
It couldn't be more realistic.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Ciao.
Ciao, baci, ciao.